How El Chapo find out who betrayed him. Joaquín Archivaldo Guzmán Loera, commonly known as El Chapo, is a former Mexican drug lord and former leader of the Sinaloa Cartel, an international criminal organization. He is considered one of the most powerful drug leaders in the world. Guzmán was born in Sinaloa and grew up in a poor peasant family. He endured physical abuse from his father and also got into the drug business through his father, helping him grow cannabis for local dealers as an adult. Guzmán began working with Héctor Luis Palma Salazar in the late 1970s, one of the country's rising drug lords. He helped Salazar map out routes to smuggle drugs through Sinaloa and into the United States. Want to know about it in detail? Well, stay tuned till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will talk about how El Chapo find out who betrayed him. Meanwhile, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. That being done, let's start with a little introduction. He then oversaw the logistics of Miguel, Angel Felix Gallardo, one of the country's mainstays in the mid-1980s, but Guzmán formed his own gang in 1988 after Gallardo's arrest. Guzmán oversees the mass production, smuggling, and distribution of cocaine, methamphetamine, marijuana, and heroin in the United States and Europe, the world's most heavily used countries. Guzmán's gang leader also brought great fortune and power. Forbes listed him as the most powerful person in the world from 2009 to 2013. While the Drug Enforcement Administration attributed him to the influence and wealth of Pablo Escobar. Guzmán was first arrested in 1993 in Guatemala, then extradited and sentenced to 20 years in prison in Mexico for murder and drug trafficking. He bribed the prison guards and escaped from a maximum security federal prison in 2001. His fugitive status resulted in a combined $8.8 million reward from Mexico and the United States. For information that led to his arrest, and he was arrested in Mexico in 2014, he escaped before being formally sentenced in 2015 through a tunnel dug by associates in his cell. Mexican authorities recaptured him after a shooting in January 2016 and extradited him to the United States a year later. In 2019, he was convicted of several crimes related to leading the Sinaloa Cartel, sentenced to life in prison and imprisoned in ADX Florence, Colorado, USA. Aside from the bosses who run the organization, perhaps no one knows more about the Sinaloa drug cartel than Vicente Zambada Niebla. The son of Ismael Zambada Garcia, one of the gang's leaders, Mr. Zambada, from an early age, was trained to take control of the group. But on Thursday, in a stunning reversal, the cartel prince who betrayed his father and his birthright testified for more than 5 hours about almost every aspect of his ghost trafficking empire. Drugs, smuggling routes, money laundering, bloody wars, personal dealings, and several $1 million in bribes. When it comes to the business he envisions one day leading, Mr. Zambada has proven that he knows almost everything and everyone. His bravery in the witness stand comes right in the middle for a drug trial for his father's ex-partner, Joaquín Guzmán Loera, the notorious crime boss known as El Chapo. Since the trial began in November, 7 other witnesses who worked with Mr. Guzmán have testified against him. But no one knows more about the structure and details of the kingpin's business than Mr. Zambada. Wearing a dark blue prison uniform, Mr. Zambada entered room 8D of the Federal District Court in Brooklyn just before 10 a.m. Thursday and immediately flashed a confident smile at Mr. Guzmán. He then bombarded jurors with countless stories of Mr. Guzmán and his father transporting tons of drugs on cars, trains, planes, and submarines, even in a truck full of frozen meat. Mr. Zambada also testified that his father's corrupt budget often amounted to $1 million a month. Zambada recalls an army general who worked as a civil servant in the Mexican Ministry of Defense received a monthly allowance of $50,000. He also said his father regularly bribed an army officer who worked as a personal bodyguard for former Mexican President Vicente Fox. It all went tumultuous as Mr. Zambada jumped from topic to topic, demonstrating familiarity both with Mr. Guzmán's business ventures and his personal circles. He told jurors stories not only about the drug lord's activities in Mexico, Honduras, and Belize, but also about his suppliers, distributors, bodyguards, assassins, cousins, his brother, and son. It was an incredible betrayal from a man who started working for the gang as a teenager. From an early age, Mr. Zambada attended meetings with his father and dated other traffickers and policemen. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. And that's all for the day, guys. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.